All right. Shag you McConaughey here. What? Ooh, bumping the mic.
Gosh. You know you've done that before, and it's just kind of like old.
Well, I am.
All right.
Old, that is.
No.
Wait.
No, I already know what we're talking about, but
Yeah,
I
but no,
was
I-
going to say something real quick because I already know.
Welcome. Hey, dude, I've totally lost it. What do we normally say?
Program your brain. Program your brain.
Who's all in your mind? Who's all in your mind?
Welcome to the PairUcast.
I'm Shaggy.
And this is J-Lo.
All right, now that's out of the way.
Because,
So,
the uncovering the unknown.
That's how we end it. That's
Yeah,
what it
that's
is.
how we end it.
Ah,
But
I really like that, actually.
But I remember,
Okay.
you wanted to sit face to face and not have to look at the camera.
Actually, that's Nick the Coon's deal. You brought up the idea that because it's a podcast, even though we're filming it, don't look at the camera. We're having a discussion. They're watching us have the discussion. My problem is I know the camera's on, so I always want to, hey, but I'm not looking at y'all anymore. Okay, it's over. We're done. Goodbye. Okay, so
What is she saying? She's singing back there?
I think so. I don't know. Okay, so yeah. That was my stomach. I got the Bee Gees. Okay.
Paying for investigations.
And what you don't think about.
What you may not think about. That's right.
Yeah, we've been faced with that. I'll let you take the lead on this one, sir. I'll let you take.
Are you sure?
Yeah. I'll go, number 2 this time. You go. I couldn't help it.
I don't get it.
Yeah, you did. Okay. So,
All right, well, the last 2 investigations we went on, we had to pay. Yeah.
cha-ching.
$500
Ow.
for the Victoria's Black Swan Inn
Yes.
and $250.
Mm-hmm.
That's, you can say ouch again, just not as
Ouch. Yeah.
loud. For Yorktown Memorial Hospital,
Because we went on a Thursday.
because we went during the week days,
It's
not the
normally-
weekend.
It's also $500 if you go on the weekends, which is Fridays included. in
Yeah,
that.
so just take paid time off of work and
Mm-hmm.
kind of
Yep.
figure it out, and a bunch of energy drinks, and you
Woo.
might be all right.
You might not snore as loud.
So some people may be like, y'all paid to do an investigation, like,
Yes.
Yes.
Because cemeteries get boring after a while.
they do, and you can't just waltz, up
Yeah.
in anywhere.
It's an abandoned house. Let's go in here. No.
Yeah.
Bust out the back window and climb on in. Whoop, whoop.
Yeah.
Yeah, good job there. You hear about those kind of investigators, I put in air quotes, all the time. Not just in America, but in other countries too. Burning down places, trashing places.
That's why they don't, like people hopping the gate and going into Tedder.
No, I don't know nothing about that. So anyhow.
It's a real long time ago.
Thought I told you. Woo! 2-pack for sure. So
what do y'all think about paying for investigations? Leave it in the comment section below, or if you're listening,
you're not supposed to look at the camera, bro. I mean, what?
this is a video.
Oh, but I thought.
There's perks from watching.
All right, fine.
There's perks from watching our videos.
Who does that? The Just Paranormal guy? He does it.
Yes.
Shout out to JP. Oh.
Wait, what?
I don't know.
Who's that?
Whatever. So, okay.
Yeah, there's perks to watching the videos. You know,
Yeah.
we can look at the camera. I'm not worried about that.
Okay.
You know.
So, back to paying for investigations.
Yes. It can be expensive. You need to have
A team.
uh
Or money.
much money. You must
Yeah.
have.
If you got some Robert De Niro, go ahead.
Yeah,
But, you know, it
And-
helps to have a team so you can split the cost.
that's right. You know, and it's kind of a to me that's kind of a gray area about paying for investigations because you want to get out
Turns
there
out to be a green area. A lot of it, apparently.
for the receivers. You know, you want.
Yeah, for the receivers.
I'm not the receiver. you
Me neither.
you want to get noticed. You got to go to these places at some point. You know,
Yeah.
going to
Right.
your local cemetery. People was like,
Yawn.
we got a cemetery in our city.
Exactly.
We got 2 of them in our city. We got one over here. So what? You went to a cemetery.
Not to mention, to get noticed, you got to go to, interesting places. But apart from that, I want to go, and I know you do too. We want to go to interesting places. We want to
Yes.
go because now more than ever. Yeah. And now more than ever, we're looking for that live and direct experience. I know I am. I still prefer evidence, like I've stated before. That comes first, but I want to have that experience where something happened and I can go, hey, something happened and that wasn't normal. I want that. So far, I haven't had that. And
Yeah.
we're going to get into discussing that
And to kind
later,
of
but
and to hope for that experience,
another
sometimes
podcast,
you
but-
may have to pay for it.
yeah. Well, that just sounds terrible, dude. That's it. I quit. But
It does, but and it doesn't help the fact that a lot of these places, well, you may not even know about them because the TV shows they have now
right, and that's why we
made
watch.
them known. But maybe that's why they're charging for these places.
Good point. Now
Well, at
that's
least the
why I watch said TV shows just so I can find places that we can go investigate. Because you're right. I mean, there's Black Swan Inn is one of them. Yorktown Memorial Hospital is another one.
Yep.
We saw both of those on it was Ghost Adventures. They did both of them. That's when we found out about the place. Do a quick search. Found out, oh wow, you can go and investigate this place too for a small fee.
Of course.
Yeah. So okay,
You
with
must
that
call,
aside,
set an appointment.
the
Make sure
reason
it's
to
not
go
taken.
is because you're trying to go to known, reported, active locations. When you go to your local cemetery, unless there's some local myth, lore, and legend, what do you got? Maybe nothing. At these places, you have
Watch our videos and find out.
exactly. You have, named entities. You have, tons of other people have already gone. You can look at their videos. You can see that people have had experiences. So your odds are much higher that you're going to have that experience / get evidence if you go to those places naturally. So that's why we're trying to branch out and do those kind of things. We got, hopefully we have some more lined up this year. And for sure we got some big plans next year. Hopefully. Keep your fingers crossed.
Yeah, we'll put a pin in that one.
Yep, boop.
Because
So
we always have plans for something, but it doesn't always work out.
life is what happens while you're making plans.
And though
And
two
life
of them,
happens to us a lot.
2 of them came
Damn
through
it.
though. We've done
We
2
did.
major investigations
under
this
the
year.
belt.
That is 2 major investigations that we didn't do last year.
Yep.
The year before, all the way to when we started.
On and on and on. Yeah,
Exactly.
exactly. So, getting back to the topic of this one, when you pay to go to those places, some things you might not think about, we're going to discuss because we've experienced it. Number 1, if you go to one of these places that are a creepy ass old ran down, building, like for example, Yorktown Memorial Hospital, there are more than likely not going to be any power or water to the building. Now, the first thing you think of, no power. Okay, I'm going to need a lot of batteries. I'm going to have to, make sure I've got my equipment charged. I'm going to have a way to charge my equipment. That's all nice, but it's that second thing that I mentioned. No water. That's the one you need to really think about because no water means no plumbing, no bathroom. If you're gonna be there for 8 hours, I'll let you take over.
Well,
You
I wasn't.
I mean, just
I wasn't ready to get into it
Oh.
exactly at this point. It's a little early.
a
you know,
little
you gotta-
premature.
Um,
Well, okay, so backing up, paying to go to these places.
yeah, I mean, you have to think about food. You got to think about gas.
Right.
yeah,
It's not
that-
just the cost of
the
you know,
investigation.
Yeah, you got the
And
road
for
trip.
instance, we went during the week, so I have you kind of more or less have we have a Monday through Friday job,
Right.
and I had to take off work for that. I got paid, but I had to use a vacation day or holiday, whatever. But you still have
Coffee.
to do something like that because I ain't big banking. These pockets you see right here. There's nothing going on, so I have to get paid. I'm not gonna miss no 8 hours of work.
John's got money in the bank.
So I mean that's one thing you got to think about.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, completely.
Yeah, totally. That's why we're, as of this moment of this recording, we're putting investigations on pause for two main reasons. One, I'm so backlogged on footage that I've got to review. I still have stuff from Ghost Road, dude. I still have stuff from the last trip.
I still have stuff from Teapot Depot.
I do. That's what I was gonna say. I still have stuff from Teapot Depot I haven't gone through yet. Then there was Ghost Road. Then there was, Black Swan Inn.
Yeah.
Then there was Yorktown. So yeah, I'm backlogged on a lot of footage,
So
But-
it's his fault.
So it could be. But that aside, another reason is these trips get expensive because, like you said, yes, you have gas you got to pay for. There's food, and it adds up. You don't realize it, but it's going to add up real fast. And the further the trip is, the more it's going to cost. Obviously, We haven't made an out-of-state trip yet. We got plans. Hopefully next year we want to go to. Trying not to jinx us. Is that real wood? Probably not.
I think it's like styrofoam and something else.
Crap.
It's like wrestling furniture.
Right. I'm really hoping that we're gonna get to go to the Axe Murder House in Villisca, Iowa. Now that is a 15 plus. I think we figured at least
It was either 15 or 16 and a half, somewhere in there.
for us.
Hours.
One way.
If Huck's driving, probably about 45 minutes.
Yeah, he does got a lead foot on him. Woo.
But he cannot fall asleep during that 45
Oh
minutes.
God, that's the worst part.
That's another thing that
Exactly. We hate to drive. We're not drivers. That's why until, we got them on board, we didn't go, we didn't get out of Baytown to go to
but what I'm talking about, that's another thing on the list that is sleep
Exactly.
and or sleep deprivation.
Yeah.
You
Yeah, they say, sleep deprivation, can't even
it's
say it.
equivalent to driving
drunk.
under the influence. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Depending on how bad.
Exactly.
And
So,
so-
you got to consider that as well.
Yeah.
Now,
so,
most people would say, well, that's not an issue. There's a bunch of us, we take turn driving. But, our team, we only have one designated driver.
I know my way to work, and I live like 2.5 miles from there.
Oh, God.
Everybody says that I have like a 3-mile radius around my house, and that's
Yeah.
about as far as I go. And that's it's true. I do know how to get further than that. About 3.5 to 4 miles.
Yeah, I'm a little bit better than you. I've gone to Houston and whatnot. I'll take that back. It wasn't an investigation, but a few years ago, I took the family and we went to Arkansas, Hot Springs.
Arkansas.
Yeah, buddy. And I was able to do that and get back without, dying or anything. So that was cool.
There's GPS
So,
and all that stuff now.
Yeah,
You
you
know,
could
but-
do it, but we hate to drive.
You're driving and you got lack of sleep and you gotta drink a few of
They
these.
can't see that because you were
know.
holding the can backwards.
I was
Yeah. There it is.
for the people who are watching.
Monster.
Yeah, and I like rock stars too.
They're terrible for you, though, by the way.
I buy the 0 calorie.
You drink coffee, bro. I'm telling you, coffee's where
I
it's
don't know. It's
at.
something about the coffee bean flavor. Can you completely mask the coffee flavor? So can I have
You've never had my coffee, apparently.
can I have uncoffee flavored coffee?
I would say so. I mean, it depends on who you're talking to. If, for example, my mom would say, what I drink is not coffee.
And I'm not saying like decaf coffee because I know
No,
some of y'all
oh.
people would be like, that's a sin.
Dude, death before decaf. But aside from that, no, I like a little
like-
I like a little coffee with my creamer and sugar. So, yeah, I mean what I drink. Most people would say it's probably not coffee. I mean, I drink. I mean, I got it strong, but I put so much stuff in there. I might have to let you try it one time.
If I can't taste the coffee, then I'll be all right.
Because I hate the taste of. Oh God! Don't let that. We're gonna have to edit that out. I got a big fan base on my Instagram that knows me as a coffee person. No, I mean I love coffee. But
When you get to the word, I'll just mute the audio.
yeah.
So when you say I hate the taste of, they
No.
can see your mouth move, but they won't hear the audio.
I love coffee. Don't get me wrong, but I'm not a straight black coffee drinker. Never gonna happen. That's blah. No. But when I get done with it, it tastes like something else. So, but yeah, there's other things you could drink. But yeah, sleep deprivation definitely something you got to consider. But when you get to these places, you're not going to a 5-star hotel, people. I mean, it's you're going to here's another thing a lot of people don't consider. A lot of these places are ran down and disgusting. They are full of black mold. They are full of black mold.
Yorktown had birds.
Damn. Black mold and black birds everywhere. I don't know what color they were, but dude, that was crazy. The birds were nesting all.
Every light fixture had a nest.
Yeah, damn
made out of like mud and straw.
Disgusting.
It was adobe.
Yeah,
Adobe nest.
Exactly, and there was bird crap
everywhere.
We were
when I got
in
home and I took my shoes off, I put them under the sink.
Yeah, put them
and
in a box. Poured gasoline on it. Set it on fire.
I sprayed some crap on the bottom.
And
then ran hot water under the bottom of my shoes because I didn't want to track residual bird crap all over my carpet.
That's awesome. I don't have carpet, and I forgot, so I walked in, and my shoes are probably in my closet now. Yeah. These weren't the ones I was wearing, are they? That was good. You were like, get out.
No,
but
it wasn't like it may appear to you.
It was good though.
No, because I was going to say something.
Oh,
it's not going to be.
That pause was perfect though. But no,
I was going to say, I do not know. That's what I was going to say, but then the pause
threw it all off.
Yeah.
But the environments are always disgusting. The elements take these places back. Their bushes have busted the windows and are growing through. There are vines crawling up the walls. They are, you got to think about, that's another thing you got to think about, critters, snakes, spiders. Oh my God. I mean, the places it's taken over. Like you said, birds. So there's bird crap, there's black mold, there's, major dust. The air quality is going to be horrendous in these places, terrible.
When we were at Yorktown and we were in the chapel, there was that one, back there.
Right.
That one. There's like 2 rooms, one on each side.
We didn't even go back there this time. I mean, I know you went back and did some filming. We didn't go back there this time because I remembered what that room was like when we went there the first time. Stank. That room.
I opened the door. I didn't step in. It stunk.
Yes.
I don't even know how these birds were living in their own filth.
Blech.
They were bird hoarders.
John's like, oh my God.
Look at that crap. It's just so big. It's just so stank and out there. Yeah, it was bad.
Yeah, I had forgotten about that.
But we had a recent investigation. I won't say where, because I don't want to get back. It's not a big issue. I just want to be able to go back if I have to.
Yeah, if we want to go back there.
But you got to think about this. So there was an investigation that we did recently, and they don't have a bathroom there.
Well, they do. There was a few of them there.
Oh yeah, there was a few.
What they didn't have was plumbing, no water. So, I mean, they had plumbing.
That's what I consider a.
they didn't have water to the bathroom.
That's what I consider a bathroom. They didn't have porta potties. They didn't have an outhouse.
Right.
They didn't have a hole in the ground.
A hole in the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now we found peeing was not an issue, especially for us guys.
For guys, it's not an issue.
Hang it over the side, you're good to go.
Yeah,
Water the bushes, done.
that's right.
And we did that quite often, actually.
But to get back, to keep you awake, you might have to drink. And I'm not advertising Monster. Everybody has their brand.
Our sponsor, ladies and gentlemen.
Let's take a moment. We have a word from our sponsor. Monster, the energy drink that gives you the ish.
Get some.
No, I had a mixture of rock stars as well.
Yeah.
I like the tea flavor ones, the non-carbonated, but they're all 0 calorie. Whether that matters or not, I don't know because they do different chemically, chemical engineering on these drinks. Different.
Genetically
So
modified garbage.
by the time we were at this place and this happened, the rumbly and the tumbly, I had already had about 5 energy drinks. I had, no real food. I had snacks. I had only snacks to eat, like salt and vinegar chips, which I ate the whole bag
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
on the way up there.
You killed that.
Had some snack jerky from
Yeah.
ham, and I had a few other little snack things like Cheez-Its and whatever.
Right.
So I had to go to the bathroom, and this place didn't have a usable one.
There you go.
And I was like, what am I gonna do? It wasn't that bad at the moment. It was like.
So y'all drove. Y'all went to look
I was
for a
like,
place.
I gotta go to the bathroom, and I was like, all right, well, I can hold it, but it's.
Now see, let me bust in here.
It's meaty.
That's another thing about a lot of these places. They're out usually in the middle of nowhere.
It was
some
a,
tiny little hick town. Yeah. So continue.
It was a mediocre, like if I wanted to rate it out of 10 about, how well I can hold it, it was about a 4. So it was approaching,
It
somewhat.
wasn't prairie dogging yet.
Yeah, I didn't have any turtle heads yet, and so
This is a great podcast.
I was like-
Poopcast.
so. God, stop giving it away. They don't know what I'm gonna.
Oh, I'm sure they have no idea where this is going.
They might not.
My bad.
Especially the viewers, they might.
Oh, totally.
So, Huck was like, "All right, well, just get in Shaggy's car and go, find a convenience store, nearby." And I was like,
Yes.
"All right, I'll do that." I've never driven this car, man. Your gas and brakes touchy on that little that little thing.
It was.
It was like,
Now I got a new one. So
yeah, it was. It was my first time driving that one, and so I went, and they were all closed. I mean, you can get gas at these places, but nothing else.
Exactly.
I mean, that's if you're using like credit card or something.
Right.
Convenience store was closed, so there's no way. And so I was like, all right, well, I'll be all right. It wasn't that bad. And so
I can go another 8 hours till we get home.
But it was already like early morning, and I don't mean like 6 o'clock in the morning. I mean it was like 2 or 3 in the morning. Maybe.
I guess at this point it probably was. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, well, I'm all right. I can hold it, But then it was really hot at this place, and a lot of these places, like he said, don't have power. And I was starting to sweat more, and I was like, man, I'm starting to get like a little lightheaded, as well. I hadn't had any real water. I've been drinking energy drinks,
Right.
So I was getting nauseous, and I don't know if you can see her. It's my daughter right there with her toy. You probably can wide angle. And
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
The mommy's hat.
That's mommy's hat?
Can't turn on.
Okay.
it is, huh? All right, and so within a few minutes, it just like dropped. It was
Now that does not sound good.
gravity. Gravity kicked in. I got the mixed sweats going, and I'm like, I'm running out of time. You know?
Do 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 do.
I was like, what am I going to do?
Yeah.
Because at this point, I'm
Oh,
pacing.
man.
I'm pacing.
Nothing better than poop puns.
I'm pacing back and forth. Like, literally, what am I going to do? Where am I going to go to the bathroom? Convenience stores are closed. This place has some, some bathrooms, and I'm not going to drop a load on one of these things.
Unflushable toilets.
Yeah, we have no water to pour and kind of help,
Oh, no. Plus, those toilets have not been flushed in a long time.
And I wasn't about to sit on one of those things.
Ooh, hadn't even considered that part.
Yeah. So, good thing I had mentioned to you at the beginning before we left. I said, what are we going to do? This place doesn't have, bathrooms. And so he brought wipes and paper towels, which was a
lifesaver.
Yeah, it was a godsend. And so he was like, dude, if you really got to go, you got to do what you got to do. Go in one of those rooms, use one of these old lady walkers and squat down and, use a metal bedpan or whatever. And I was like, man, I have to do that. I don't want to do that, but I'm going to have to do that. And so I was like, I can't. There's no way I can. There is no way I can do that. I was like, because what was on my mind was, well, first of all, I wasn't going to touch that bedpan because that thing was nasty. And I say that, but there was quite a few of them.
Yeah.
And they were all nasty. I wasn't going to touch it. If I was going to squat over it, my main issue was making it and not missing. That was my biggest issue.
So you're worried about your aim.
It was worried about the aim. That's what I was worried about. And so, I grabbed your bag and stuff, and I was like, well, I'm going to have to do something. And so I set it up, and I was like this, for the viewers.
Ruh-roh.
I was like this for the viewers, and I was like, getting down, getting ready, just kind of trying it out. I didn't have my, Adrena, can you scoot over here for a little bit? Thank you. And so I didn't pull my pants down at that point. I was like, I'm going to just kind of test the pose.
See if I can hold this position.
Because I had shut the door. I took my flashlight, my regular flashlight, not infrared, and I magnetized it and lit up the room so I can see, shut the door and y'all wouldn't walk in on me. And so, Adrena, watch out, camera. Careful. See the camera behind you? See, look, you're on YouTube. And so then I was like, what if I miss? That's going to be how am I going to clean this ish up if I miss? How? Okay.
Paper towels. Oh.
And so for those of you who have drunk a lot of energy drinks and, back to back,
Mm-hmm.
you could those people wouldn't know what it's like. Exiting. So,
I would say it's probably like someone who drinks a lot of coffee.
There was a toilet, and I said, you know what? I'm going to set this bedpan over the toilet, and I'm going to squat over it, and I'm going to do what I got to do. Well, I didn't have to move the little, the old lady walker. Mm-hmm. There was actually one right there over the toilet.
Perfect time.
Set the bedpan on the toilet, pulled the pants down, and didn't touch it, and I was like, cross my fingers. Hope for the best that the aim is great. And jeez, it was you had your paper towels. That was great too.
Right,
I was able to kind of cover it.
So as a side note, if you're gonna go to one of these places and you find out there is no water, you definitely want to bring some paper towels, some toilet paper, and some wipes.
Paper towels is enough.
Right. Well, yeah.
And I use that, to cover it, within the pan.
Right.
But one thing that I refrained from doing at that moment was peeing, because backsplash. Because first of all,
that's awesome.
how am I going to dispose of this?
Yeah, where is this going?
So, to not get into too much detail,
Too late.
it's, for disposal.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah, there was no fee involved. It is hidden in the brushes somewhere. I don't know. I just covered it, grabbed the whole bedpan, and then swung my arm and chunked it within the brush so nobody would find it.
That's left for a future team to discover.
They better not go roaming in the brushes. And
Oh man.
then I did the liquid peeing, elsewhere.
And I'd venture to say that was probably the scariest thing that happened that night.
It probably was. The wipes, I was able to wash my hands.
At
and
least
clean up
live
pretty
and
well,
direct.
'cause I'm a wash my hands kind of guy. Bathroom use.
That's good. That's good.
And so the wipes were great for that too. And I felt so much better after that. The mixed sweats.
Instantly, yeah.
The mixed sweats were gone.
Oh man.
I felt lighter. There was no pressure.
There's no pressure.
Kind of got a second.
pressure.
Kind of got a second wind. I was able to join the investigation again.
And then you went to sleep. So no.
Yeah. Then I went to sleep.
Oh, that was good, dude.
So this is this is something that you really have to think about because it's human nature to have to do that.
Right. And from what we could tell, in a lot of these places, they don't advertise that on their websites. When they're telling you it's going to cost, $250 to $500, they don't mention, by the way.
There's no plumbing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hit the mic again. Yeah. They don't mention, poop before you get here.
Yeah, and like I said,
And
energy
hold
drinks.
it till you leave. No.
Energy drinks and coffee will make you have to go.
Yes, it will. So that is definitely something to consider. Now, on the other side, there are a lot of places. For example, Black Swan Inn is one of them where the people actually live there. That's their home. You have access to the downstairs, the grounds, and the milk barn, and the recent attraction of the creek, which is across the street, which we'll talk about that in a later date. Got some good stuff there. But, they give you access to a bathroom, so that's good because they understand that, But we're talking about the old abandoned places. Right, and there's a lot of them. You have a lot of hospitals. You have a lot of
and they tease you.
insane asylums.
There's bathrooms everywhere.
Oh yeah, you just can't. I mean, you can use them, and you're just leaving a present.
Now I will say, during our initial walkthrough of the place, somebody at some point had dropped a load in one of them.
Yeah, I remember you mentioning that.
Yeah,
I didn't investigate, so I took your word for it.
You can see, but I wasn't, trying to be a brown nose or anything.
A brown noser.
Spit.
Wow. Oh, I did spit everywhere. Oh, that was good. So yeah, I haven't got to that footage yet.
I don't even remember if I actually put the camera,
You're like,
over it or not.
Look at this ish.
I might have, but I'm sure I mentioned it.
Oh, you did. I remember you mentioning it. Because I was listening through on my footage of it. I was like, oh, nice. So, yeah, I mean, these places, again, they're run down in a lot of cases. The one that, on a bit of a side note, one of the places we went, Yorktown Memorial Hospital, it had ceiling tiles were all over the floor. The buildings leak. They're holy and not in a religious sense. There was water all over the floor in this one area. So, yeah.
Or there's open areas where there's like where that water was. There was stairs that just went out. Right. And it was just open.
Just open.
There were no doors.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
So, there's that to consider, And it's been like that pretty much forever. So, makes you wonder how the Ghost Adventures did a lockdown there. We'll leave that for you to ponder. But anyhow, so yeah, I mean, it's interesting. Things you should definitely consider when planning your next investigation. All right, and this has been the Para-holiX with Shaggy
and J-Lo. J Dumple.
J Dumple and Shittles. What?
Shag Shittles.
Shag Shittles and Jay Dumple. Ooh, yeah. Shiitake.
This is Paranormal Guys with another podcast.
I've totally lost it. What is it?
Uncovering the unknown through Unnormal Eyes.
Yeah, see, you'll if you say the first part, I'll always get the last part. But
What
it's
is
okay.
so difficult about
I don't
that?
know. I had all this talk of poop. I had a brain fart.
Is it because, we got, Team Paranormal investigating the unnormal, which is, that's gone now.
Oh
but,
yeah, that's not in. Yeah, I don't think
it's part of the history.
Yeah.
Paranormal Guys, Uncovering the Unknown,
through unnormal
eyes.
eyes. Okay, got it.
and Para-holiX.
I just saw this one.
Consumed.
Consumed by 100 proof.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
I like
see?
that. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
So, all right. You taking our picture over there?
Yeah, she's taking a picture.
All right, that's it for this one.
It was all in your mind.